Hey guys, NCS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to another one of those trophy list update videos, weekly trophy updates. It has now been over a year since the very first one, so pretty awesome. This video will be covering Monday, November 4th through Sunday, November 10th. It's going up on November 11th, 2019. Happy Veterans Day to all those in the United States. Anyway, this was a very uneventful week, and this is not going to be a particularly long video because I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am sick a little bit. Not anything like severe, just sort of my yearly or bi-yearly, twice a year allergies. And of course, I got the worst effect possible this year instead of stuffy nose and headache. No, that for the most part is past. I'm stuck on the sore throat, and I've been stuck on it for a few days, and I hate that because it's just about the worst possible thing imaginable. Okay, that's not true at all. It's not the worst possible thing imaginable, but it does suck. I hate having a sore throat. That's my least favorite. It's the most almost crippling out of all of them. So this is probably not going to be a particularly long video, and that kind of kept me from doing as much gaming as I wanted in this past week. Plus, I was busy this past weekend. I went home for some stuff, mainly a football game, which was a lot of fun. But anyway, there's only 4 games I need to talk about, only 3 of which I really made any progress in. So the first one is Destiny 2. And with Destiny 2, I have now, actually we'll go ahead and pull it up down here because why not? So with Destiny 2, I have gotten very close now to finishing the collections badge. All I have left is 3 items from Nessus, 3 of the armor pieces. So I'm pretty close to getting that. It'll only take maybe a couple more days of doing the bounties or purchasing a few more materials from Spider. So I will definitely have the collections badge done this week, thankfully. So not too much time left on that, and we will be done with it. That'll be another trophy out of the way for Destiny 2, and that is of course a part of the Triumph Seal. Now, with the Triumph Seal, I'm going for the Destinations one because it seems to be the easiest. But it's very, very grindy because currently I have a few more wanted enemies in the EDZ I have to get. And I have a few more lost sectors in Tangled Shore and the Dreaming City, but none of that's difficult. Like, all that's really easy. The main annoying parts are the heroic adventures, which are all easy at this point because I'm so over-leveled. The problem is that there's only one a week, unfortunately. So since there's only one per week, you can only make progress on those once per week, so it's going to take absolutely forever to finish it. It's not difficult, it's just going to take forever, and it's annoying. And then the other problem is going to be that you also have to finish the Forsaken and Curse of Osiris Warmind Destinations collections badges. The Forsaken one doesn't look too bad, it looks just fairly grindy, but I'm not sure how bad the one from Curse of Osiris Warmind is going to be because it requires you to do like prophecy tablets or something, and I don't know too much about all that. I know it has something to do with Mercury, but I'm not really looking forward to all that, so that's going to be a bit unfortunate. But once I finish the collections badge, I can go ahead and do the Forsaken Nightfall boss, or I will go ahead and do that because I've been wasting a lot of time on that. I need to go ahead and do that because that's a fairly easy trophy. And then soon enough, I'm sure I'll do the Last Wish raid, just find a group to do it with, or to basically carry me through it, because I don't know the mechanics of it. I don't really think it's one of the harder raids from what I've heard, but you never really know with how they constantly change stuff around in Destiny, so you never know, but I haven't heard that it's one of the harder ones, so hopefully it's not too difficult. So that's my progress on Destiny 2. I should definitely have the collections badge done by the end of this coming week, by the time of the next update. So the next game is Far Cry 2, and I made a pretty good amount of progress this past week in the online. So at this point, I am only about 2,340 kills away, approximately, give or take a little bit. So a little over 2,300 kills away. That's really not too bad, honestly. So the weapons I have left are the FAL Paratrooper. I still need 475 kills and some executions. The PKM, the Eagle 50, and the Carl Gustav each need between 30 and 40 kills on each. But I finished the multi-kills for the Carl Gustav and the RPG this past week, which is great. So the stupid thing about the Carl Gustav is it requires 250 kills instead of 200 because it only requires 100 multi-kills. So that's just kind of inconsistent. I don't know why that one's different. and especially because it's worse than the RPG in like every way except for being a little more accurate. But I have those, so those are all going to be finished quickly. The FAL Paratrooper, it's going to take a little while. That's going to take like at least a full day of boosting or a full session of boosting, but you know, it'll get down eventually. The M249 Saw, that one's going to be kind of rough because I still need all 500 kills and 250 headshots in the execution, so that one's going to take a while. The Uzi is also going to take a while because I still need all 250 kills and 100 headshots. The LPO-50, that's the flamethrower. I need 165 more kills. Unfortunately, you can only get, like, at most 30 kills per match with that thing because it's terrible and it takes forever to kill anything. So that's going to take a little while longer to grind. And then the MGL-140, that is the final weapon I need multi-kills with. That one you need 500 kills and 250 multi-kills. So really, once I get that done, though, I can just power on through to the end with the rest of the weapons. So, realistically, I mean, if I just play for, you know, 1 hour, 4 matches, so 1 session per day, then I will most likely be done because outside of the LPO-50, I'm going to be getting at least 40 kills per match, like 40 to 45 kills per match. So, that would put me at around 160 kills an hour, so probably like probably another 3 weeks at most to be done with Far Cry 2 as long as I can get done with the MGL. Me and Snick will just need to find some times this week to work on that. I'm going to link him in the description to this video because he's been great at helping me with boosting this, and him and some of the other people on our Discord will boost old games, so go check him out and see what old games they might be playing, especially like on the PS3 if you want to go boost certain older things. This was, like I've said before, the last PS3 game I ever plan on starting up that has multiplayer because I'm just done with it entirely. I don't want to do it anymore. The multiplayer is just, for old games, is just draining. It's just not really worth it anymore, especially once the PS5 comes out. You're going to be seeing these servers go down like crazy. So really, I've got like 1 year left to finish. I'll be done with Far Cry 2 easily by then, but it's all the other games that I have left. Red Dead, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6. What are the others? Battlefield 3. Then I know I'm forgetting a couple others, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. Anyway, so the next game I want to mention is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. First off, the Platinum Trophy, I'm shocked that it's that rare on here, that it's only a 0.7. Because it's a 26% on PSN profiles, which is, it's not surprising at all, to be honest, because it's the easiest Call of Duty Platinum there is, and it's probably the shortest one as well, like 8 to 10 hours. So that's pretty crazy that it's that common now for a Call of Duty game. But what I wanted to point out is that the Special Operations Trophy is now obtainable. Now, I think it's been determined that what you have to do is complete the 4 operations under Special Ops. Not like the Safeguard or any of the other stuff, or maybe Safeguard's the name of one of them. But there's 4 operations you have to complete, and unfortunately, this is going to be a lot tougher than the main game. Not because the trophy itself is difficult; it's just complete all 4 of them. It's because they're fairly buggy, and because they're really just designed to be unfair. They're basically just infinite numbers of enemies spawning on you at all times. It's just dumb. It wasn't well designed for this particular game. If it was more like this in, say, Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare or one of the other more fast-paced games, that would be a different story, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a slower-paced, more tactical game. So getting rushed by massive waves of pretty much infinitely respawning enemies does not match up very well with the design of this game. So maybe they'll fix it and make it a little easier someday. I have a sneaking suspicion that they made it this way on purpose and will eventually add in some sort of pay-to-win loot box mechanic to it. That is my assumption. I have a feeling they're going to go down that path eventually to entice players to make this trophy a little bit easier. And, I mean, there's no guarantee that's what's going to happen, but I do kind of see that being a path down the road, because that's what they did with Uncharted 4 with the survival mode is, I mean, they made 10 of the 12 survival mode trophies really easy. Just complete the maps and you got them. But completing them all with the 3 stars is made, from what I've heard, it is made easier if you're willing to spend money on loot box stuff that gives you extra items in the matches. So I would not be surprised at all if Modern Warfare takes that route eventually. It will probably happen. It will not be surprising at all, so we'll have to see, though. Maybe they won't, but I won't be surprised if that ends up happening. I don't know when I'm going to go back for that, though. I'm probably going to wait a little while. And then finally, we have Ugly Dolls and Imperfect Adventure. I obtained the Platinum this past week. I only had 2 trophies left, which were to complete the game as Ox, and where is the other trophy? To play in 2-player mode. So playing in 2-player mode is very easy. You just plug in your second controller, press start on the second controller while in the game, and they load in. Now, when you're playing in 2-player, the graphical capability of the game just drops tremendously. It looks like you're playing an N64 game, to be honest. So that's not good, but at least it's a very, very easy trophy. And I'm willing to bet that you could beat the game and get the Platinum quite a bit faster if you were playing in 2-player, because each player could go off and do different things and go to different parts of the map to do objectives. The other trophy was for completing the game as Ox. Now, I did this on stream and completed the game in a little under 2.5 hours, so it didn't take as long as I expected it to. Basically just speed ran it, and I mean, it wasn't difficult, obviously. It was just kind of boring because, I mean, I had already done it once, but I blew through it a lot faster than I expected during a stream, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, I completed the game pretty quickly and easily. It wasn't not a hard trophy at all. Very easy Platinum. It's a fairly rare Platinum on here. I know it's like really high on PSN profiles. I think it's maybe in the 70s or so, so it's not the most common game out there, but it's pretty high up there. So yeah, but that was the only game I actually earned trophies in this week. Like I said, I was a little bit sick, and then I got busy over the weekend. Plus, I was really busy just sort of slowly working on both Destiny 2 and Far Cry 2. So that's sort of my excuse for why this week was so unproductive. It was unfortunate. So with that, level 69, 82%, 17,291 total trophies, 406 platinums, 2,310 golds, 4,444 silvers, 10,131 bronzes. So what is going to be coming up this week? Well, like I said, I will continue working on Far Cry 2 and Destiny 2. I should have the collections badge done this week in Destiny 2. I might also get the Forsaken Nightfall boss done. I can't imagine that's going to be too hard because I'm a little bit over leveled now because I'm over 900 power at this point. So hopefully we'll get both those trophies done. Far Cry 2, I will hopefully get at least another probably 500 to 1,000 more kills. Especially if we can manage to get that last multi-kill weapon done, that would be even better. But we'll have to see if our schedules match up for that, so we'll see what happens with that. Otherwise, there isn't really a whole lot of other major plans for this week. I think I'm getting a Telltale game from Gamefly next. It's one of the Walking Dead games. I don't know exactly which one. I think I might be wrong, though. I should actually probably check that and see what I'm going to get next, just because I'm kind of curious now. But we'll see what I get from that. And otherwise, I think I'll probably go ahead and do 1 or 2 of my easy platinums this coming week. Because I've got a couple of Palgi games I want to do that are on both here and on the Vita, and just get them done quickly and easily, and it shouldn't be much of a problem. Now, health permitting, this week, I also need to do the audio for the next Fallout Challenge video shortened version. This is the New Vegas 22 caliber only run. So I've got the script written and I've got the video file pretty much edited down for the most part. So it's just a matter of recording it and editing it and putting it all together. So provided, like I said, health permitting, that shouldn't be a problem to get that finished and uploaded later this week. I have 3 more cooking videos ready to go. Well, actually it's 2 and then 1 more. I'm just waiting on something else to happen. But yeah. And hopefully I'll be making another one of those this week. And then I don't know what I'll make next, though, because I have other drinks I want to make. I have some desserts that look like they're fairly easy to make that I want to do. So we'll see what happens for the next recipes after the next couple. I all recorded a bunch of these sort of quickly in succession because they were all related to Nuka-Cola, and that Nuka-Cola syrup, I don't want it to go bad, or I didn't want it to go bad when I recorded them, so that's why I sort of mass recorded those videos consecutively. And then otherwise, I also did not have time to record the 300 to 400 Platinum Trophy or Trophy List video that's going to take like an hour like it usually does. So I didn't have time to record that. Again, health permitting, I will get around to recording that this week. Hopefully, I mean, I want to because I want to get that out because it seems like it's been delayed a little bit. And then there's actually one other audio I need to do. I need to do an audio sort of post commentary for Platinum's number 394 through 399 because it was the 3 games done stacked in sort of a weird order, and I just want to make all those into a single, slightly longer video just to cut down on uploads in the future. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, get those 3 videos recorded, and then hopefully get a couple of Platinums this week, probably a few easier games. Continue working on Far Cry 2, and continue working on Destiny 2. I have not heard any news about DLC yet for Borderlands 3, because I see that down at the bottom of the screen. So I'm sure that we will get that eventually, though, because it's going to have 4 DLCs. And then I haven't heard anything about like another double XP for Fallout 76, because the next time we get a double XP for Fallout 76, I'll be hopping on that to go ahead and hit level 100 just to, you know, get that done. Like, get level 100 done, then I just got to find people to kill the Scorch Beast Queen with. And I have a feeling more people will be willing to do it during like a double XP event, so yeah. And then also, as I always ask, with Resident Evil 5, if anyone happens to have 2 PS3s with 2 copies of Resident Evil 5, please hit me up and let me know, because then we can boost the Versus DLC. I might actually go ahead and start boosting that soon, at least doing the 2-player stuff, because that shouldn't be too difficult. Because I'm pretty sure that you can AFK your second controller, so I think it's fine. It's just going to take a while for the 4-player stuff because you need, 4 people to fill the lobby, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens with that when I get the chance to do that, because it'll be great to get that done. Now, I still have to do Desperate Escape as well on Professional on the PS3, which is going to be an absolute nightmare because Professional's harder on the PS3. On both the main game and the DLCs because of the game design, so that's unfortunate. But at the very least, if I can at least get the Versus stuff done, that negates any risk of server shutdowns, and I don't think it'll take too long, so I should actually probably go ahead and make a session on PSN Profiles, because no one ever answers that on here. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this week, guys. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter one this week because didn't have as much to talk about and want to rest. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and for this coming week, hopefully there will be a stream on Wednesday. It might be a short one, but there will hopefully be some kind of stream on Wednesday. Hopefully a drunk stream on Friday and other videos. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode and see you for the next one.